today I'm coming to you on day 4 of our writing camp. We're going to assemble some s'mores that we're going to wrap in aluminum foil, and then we're going to let the sun cook them for us. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Mariely Sanchez and I'm a 4th grade teacher in South Florida. So today I'm coming to you on day 4 of our writing camp, and I'm actually coming to you at the end of the day because it's been one of those crazy let's get going kind of doing things all day long. We started this morning by having the students go on Padlet and finish writing their introductions for their informative essay on the wild among us, which is how humans and animals affect each other when they live in the same area. So they were working on that, and the students that were either waiting for a computer to be available or were waiting to add their introductions were working on revising their opinion essays on kids improving schools and their wild among us essay as well. Well, we had been doing so much writing in the morning that I had to take a break, and I had to go ahead and give them a little mental relaxation or a break away from writing because we've been doing a lot of writing. And we reviewed chapter 11. Now, the students had taken a test on chapter 11 when we finished, but it wasn't the one from the district because it wasn't available yet. And even though I hadn't given that test yet, I ended up giving chapter 12 test because we just finished that earlier this week. So they ended up taking their topic test today, which is after chapter 12, but it doesn't matter. It's different things, kind of go together. But we went over the chapter 11 test. They took it, and I have a good feeling they did a good job. So then after that, we went to lunch. They went to PE. After PE, we went ahead and started diving into our chapter 13, which is our last chapter in Go Math, which is all on area and perimeter. And surprisingly, I went through the first 2 lessons because lesson 1 is on perimeter and lesson 2 is on area. So I kind of did it together. And I kind of introduced a little bit of the 3rd lesson, which is area of combined rectangles.
Area, that's the space inside for a rectangle. It's length and width are multiplied. And perimeter, the distance around a shape. Just add the sides together and then you'll be great.
Tomorrow, we're going to have them practice a little bit on those 3 lessons, and then they'll take their mid-chapter checkpoint before we go on spring break. Tomorrow is also the deadline for grades. They'll be uploaded tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. So I'm like a crazy woman gathering everything and trying to finish putting all the grades in. So lots of fun. I wanted to quickly show you a little bit of what happened right before I'm talking to you, which is when the students got their day 4 treat for writing camp. So let me show you that video right now. All right, so it's time to give the kids their treat for writing camp day 4. And I want to show you what it is before I pass them out. So here it is. These are all little s'mores writing success trail mix. Basically, there are honey flavored Teddy Grahams with mini marshmallows and Hershey's milk chocolate chips. So all the students are going to get this, and this is the little card that tells them why they're getting this. And I use the s'mores word or pun in order to encourage them to do well on their writing. So they're going to get it now, and we're going to have a great time eating it. Yum! As you can see, the students really enjoyed it. They had a lot of fun. And I want to give you a little bit more of a close-up on the ingredients that are part of this day 4 treat. So let's do this. These are the ingredients that I got to create the s'mores trail mix. And basically, this is a little tag that I created, and I had to recreate everything from scratch because, like I mentioned in my previous vlog, my hard drive stopped working. So thank goodness I had my old vlogs from last year so I can kind of take a picture or take a look at what I created. So I created this tag again, and on the back, you see in these bags all the ingredients that I have here. So they have the mini Teddy Grahams, honey flavored. I got the Hershey's Kitchen's milk chocolate chips, which you get in the cookie aisle, where you get the ingredients for cookies, and the Kraft Jet Puff mini marshmallows. So that makes up our little s'mores treat, and that is the little treat that they got for today. I have some extra tags. These are for 2 students that were absent today or were not with us in the afternoon. So I just wanted to go ahead and show you. I did end up using 2 bags of these, 2 bags of these, and only 1 bag of these. So I had bought 2 bags of these mini marshmallows, but I ended up only using 1. So I have a class of about 20 students. So if you'd like to make it for yourself, just count on the fact that you will need 2 of these mini Teddy Grahams, 2 bags of these mini milk chocolate chips, and 1 bag of the mini Jet Puff marshmallows. And that was our treat for today. All right, so now I'm going to pack up my things and go because I do have to take care of my son. He's not feeling well. And I'll check back in with you tomorrow for the last day of writing camp. I asked the students today to bring a blanket and a pillow. I'll make sure I send a dojo message to the parents so they are reminded, because we're going to be writing in the dark, but I want the students to feel free to lay down their blanket and their pillow wherever they want on the classroom floor. They could go under the desk. They could go in a corner of the room. We're just going to leave the chairs stacked on the side, and those that want chairs can have chairs. We're going to have all the lights turned off, and the kids are going to have finger lights so that they can see their writing in the dark. It's just a fun way of making writing fun and exciting and engaging, and we'll see what they end up doing. We also have our last day treat, which is not an edible treat, but it's a craft activity that they're going to do, because when you go to camp, you also do arts and craft. So we have a little craft that also serves as a reminder on what they need to do on their writing, just to remind them when we come back from spring break so that they know all the expectations and they can do a good job. All right, so I'll see you tomorrow, Friday. And now I have to get going, so see you then. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Friday. So I'm with the students right now, and we're getting ready to do something fun. We're going to assemble some s'mores that we're going to wrap in aluminum foil, and then we're going to let the sun cook them for us so that later on in the afternoon, when they're nice and melted, we can enjoy them. So this is what we're working with. Everybody got a piece of non-stick aluminum foil. I got the graham cracker cookies right here, ready to go, or crackers, and we're going to pass them out, and then we're going to pass out the chocolate and the marshmallows. So let's do this. Is everyone ready for writing in the dark?
Yay!
Here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
That's a highlighter!
It's the end of the day. It is finally spring break. The students have been dismissed, and it's been a good day. We're gonna go ahead and sit down right now and reflect on our week with Miss Guzman. So let's go ahead and do that. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
It's time for
Reflection time with Miss Guzman.
yes, and we're coming to you at the end of the week before spring break. Super tired, super exhausting. We feel like so sleepy. I don't know if it's because we ate s'mores today or because the room is so dark because we closed the shutters so they can do writing in the dark.
Yeah. That was fun. I like
Fun and interesting.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't always go the way you expect it, but they still had fun. And that's what I wanted them to do, even if it was just for like about 30 minutes. Because we were catching up on some other things before the grading period ended, because it ended today. So that was another craziness, like frenzy to finish grading.
I love her shirt. I love it.
But all that is done. And when we come back in a week, it'll be the start of the very last grading period. And it is also April 1st, which I know April Fools, coming back on April Fools, they already started hinting that they're already going to start to do some pranks. We'll see. It is also the last week that Miss Guzman got observed.
Yay! I
So-
see all the confetti in my imagination just going
Put the confetti here. I don't have, very good editing software right now, but if I did, I would just have the confetti cannons blowing, but you can imagine it. Use your imagination. It's awesome. But yeah, we have 2 more weeks with Miss Guzman after we come back from spring break. And then we wish her well maybe she can get hired here. You never know. So, all right, so let's reflect. What are some glowing and growing moments?
Glowing. We're gonna choose glowing first. I got upset for the last time, which you all know, and I got to use my violin in the lesson. I don't know if you saw that.
Yes, I included it. So by the time they watched this one, they would have already watched that one.
Okay.
With you playing. It was so awesome, and I caught it on footage. So, yes.
Yeah, that was fun. They were really excited, and I did promise them that I was going to play the violin for them. I wasn't, at the moment that I told them, I didn't think I would actually do it in a lesson. I thought I would just do it for fun. But it ended up being a lesson, and I had fun, and they had fun, and I did my promise. So
yeah.
I was happy.
It's amazing because she was able to connect it with the energy transfer lesson. So that was really cool.
Yeah, that was fun. I liked that. That was like the highlight.
I liked it too.
Yeah.
I don't think they were expecting that. I mean, they saw the violin case, but I don't think they knew what you were going to do with it or how it was going to tie to the lesson. So that was really good.
Yeah, and I loved how it was actually the last part of the lesson. So it really did tie everything up together because I was able to talk about like at least 3 of the 5 different types of energy that was in the lesson. So yeah.
For sure.
I like that.
Potential to kinetic to sound.
Yes.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
And you know what? You could even go into saying, and this wouldn't be possible without the chemical energy that's within me. Because without chemical energy, I wouldn't be able to move.
That's true. There's so many things that you can connect it to. But yeah, and we did the KWL chart again, which I think is very effective. I talked about that last week. And then we used the Padlet. I like that.
The
She used Padlet.
For the writing.
Yeah.
The kids loved it too. They had a lot of fun with changing the color of their notes and then hitting like on the introductions they liked and adding comments and just getting to see their writing pop up on the board for everyone to see. So it's a good way to celebrate their writing and also be able to learn from each other because they could see what other people were writing and get inspired.
Yeah. And I like how they could comment on other ones too. It was fun. It looked like Instagram.
It did look like Instagram with the post and the like and the comments.
Yeah. And also, I experienced writing camp for the first time.
No, it wasn't a full writing camp because of glitches. But you know what? She got to experience most of it. Yeah, day 1, they got a pencil with an eraser top. Day 2, they got the little writing trail mix. Day 3, they got... What was it that they got? Oh my gosh, I'm blanking out already. Crickets. The bubbles with the poem.
Right.
And then yesterday they got the s'mores trail mix. I'm so tired. Yesterday they got the s'mores trail mix, and today they were supposed to do a craft, but we had like 4 students absent, and one of them left early, and I'm like, I'm not gonna do a craft today. So I'll leave the craft for when we come back, maybe that Monday, as a fun way to review the writing, because the craft that I'll show you, and if you wanna see what it is, you can see my writing camp video from last year towards the end. They're going to get a pencil that I make on PowerPoint, and I print it and I laminate it. The pencil's in color and it has all different colors, and it represents, and we attach it to this little binder ring that we put little beads in there, and each color bead represents a different part of their essay. So they remember what they need to include in their essay. So it's a nice little activity. Cool. And because it's writing camp, you know, in camp, when you go away to camp, you do a craft. So that was it. And we eat s'mores. So that's why today, I guess we can say s'mores was their like treat for today. Yeah.
For sure.
We did some work this morning. They went ahead and also did a brain pop quiz on forms of energy. And they did a good job. They got to rewatch the Martin Luther King Black Historical Figure video from Vocabulary and take a quiz on that. That's what they did before that. They took their mid-chapter checkpoint for chapter 13. I know it's the last chapter. We just introduced it yesterday. They took it. They did a great job because I finished like looking at all their papers. So when we come back, we just have, I think, 2 lessons in chapter 13, and we're done with chapter 13, and it's all about spiral review and getting them used to answering grid responses, which they haven't done yet, which they're going to do on the real test. So it's all about that. But of course, we always incorporate the fun, and we don't only do that. Like today, after they had a morning of doing so much work and they did such a good job, after music, we ended up having them just watch a movie because the grading period is over. We're not going to really grade anything else for the day. And they ate their s'mores, and we watched middle school, The Worst Years of My Life, which ended up being a really cute movie. I loved it. It was recommended by one of the students, and I said, sure, let's watch it. And it was great. And I happened to have some sample books of that chapter book that I've been keeping with me for over a year. Somebody had given them to me, but I didn't have enough last year for all my 2 classes to have a set. But because I only have 1 class this year, I'm like, hey, I have enough. So it includes the first 14 chapters, and there's a section with pictures from the movie that they just saw. So I gave all of the kids that were here, and of course the ones that were not here will get it when they come back, but I gave them one of those, and that's how they left for spring break. They were like, this is a great way to start our spring break, Miss Sanchez. So I'm just happy that they were able to end on a good and happy note, and they were excited every day this week, coming in like, what is Miss Sanchez gonna do today for writing camp?
I loved it. I think it's a very interactive way of getting them to learn about writing.
Yeah. And then at the end of April, we're going to do our Reading Detectives Agency, which is all about close reading and doing reading strategies. And I'm going to have to get very creative in thinking about a math transformation since I do teach math this year. I was thinking of maybe doing a video game kind of Mario Brothers room transformation.
That's cool.
So I was inspired by Hope King a couple years ago because she did one at the Ron Clark Academy. And I might do something similar to that, but maybe not to the extent that she did it.
That's so much fun.
But
I love the Mario Brothers.
Yeah, it'll be fun. They'll answer questions related to different things that we've been learning in math, and they'll participate in activities that will get them to the next level in the video game world of review. But we'll see. Their possibilities are endless. All right, anything else from this week? Feels like a whirlwind in a way.
This was a very full week, so it's a lot. It's a lot to think about.
We did a lot of things.
Yeah, I'm just really appreciative of like everything, of you.
Oh, thank you.
Of my supervisor. I'm
Good
just
supervisor.
really appreciative because this was my last week, but I wouldn't have been able to grow as fast without your help, and without his help and all the feedback, and I value feedback a lot. So it's I'm very appreciative.
Well, and I'm grateful for you because you have helped me so much. And we've become such a good team that I know it's going to be hard for me to be on my own again, but at the same time, I'm really happy for you. I'm really proud of you. And it's funny because I already talked to you about this. When I looked at all the observations, at least the ones that I did, I looked at the areas that I asked her, I wrote for growth, they had turned into her areas of strength by the end.
And that's because of you.
That is so awesome. And then for her supervisor to tell me that, all the feedback that I gave her, it was really, really good. And he doesn't see that often. And that just makes her be a better teacher. So it was great. By the way, he mentioned that he had never seen anyone do a KWL chart on the board where you type live. And he loved it. He goes, that's amazing. I've never seen it done like that. That's great that you would type it as the students told you. So, yeah, he had really good feedback for her, too. Yeah. And it was the last time that we saw him.
Yes. So, now it's just texting or email, and that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when we come back, she's going to just be here, but she also can take opportunities to observe other teachers, which I want her to. Because, everyone can learn from all these amazing teachers. I wish I had more time in my day to just sit in different teachers' classrooms just to get ideas or validate things that I already do. Because it's a good experience. It's kind of like a little mini professional development for yourself. Like a reflective moment. Ooh, what can I learn from this teacher? And what is she already doing that is similar to what I'm doing that makes me feel like, hey, I do that too. Yeah, that's awesome. So, yes. Because, I mean, you observe a gifted class. Now I would love for you to observe a regular class and so forth.
So, yeah, that'd be nice. I'm looking forward to that. So, it'll have more things for me to reflect about.
Yes, that's true. And then you can share it here before you leave. I'm like, hey, I went to this classroom and the teacher did this and it was amazing. And then I can learn and you all can learn and we all can learn together.
Yes.
So there we go.
Yeah. So it's a lot of influence that you've had on me, which is why, yes, and you need to know that because that's why, like he told me that he was really happy with like my reflections that I've been doing because what they require us to do is that we teach and then we actually type it out and reflect on what we did, how we think it went and all that. So a lot of that is also because I've sat down and reflected with her and she's giving me tips and then I include what I learned from her too in my reflection and it's a lot of influence on me and that's why I've been able to be so good.
That's awesome. Thank you so
really
much.
happy. I'm so
That
grateful.
makes me so happy.
Not gonna cry.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Is this like what we have in store like in a couple of weeks when you finally say your final goodbye?
I know. No, stop it. All right.
This is going to be good. Well, it's going to happen, but you know, we still have some time so we can stretch it out as much as we can, make the best of it. I would love to see you teach a reading lesson.
Okay. Yeah. I've seen
She's
it.
taught math, she's taught
Social
science
studies.
and social studies, which she's really great at all three of those.
Oh, thank you.
She's left me the reading mostly because I needed to get the kids ready for the test, but honestly, like, I want her to experience teaching a whole wonders lesson.
Okay.
So you can get used to it, because you never know. They'll put you in, like, teaching a reading or all the subjects and kind of know what to do.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's good to, this is the time that you can practice it, because then I can tell you ideas or feedback or things like that, so that when you're on your own, you're like, okay.
Yeah, that is true. Because my strength is mostly in teaching how to read, not like writing and stuff.
Then you can include it too.
that-
It could be a 2-hour lesson, because that's how much time we have. We have 90 minutes for reading and 30 minutes for writing. Process writing.
So I could get practice on that because I haven't had much.
We need her to practice on that. Seriously, we do. Because I don't want her to leave my room and then she will be lost. And if they ask you a question about reading or whatever and you're like, I don't want that to happen to you. So no.
Thank you. We'll see. We'll do it.
Let's do it. Because I have put Wonders on hold. So there's 2 units that I kind of skipped. And we can just piggyback on those when we come back. And it'll be fun. You could choose. You could either do the poetry one that I skipped, or you can do the informational text.
Okay.
Which is cool. It's about inventors.
Oh.
Yeah. So you can tie science into that. She loves that.
I know.
All right. I mean, is there anything else that you want to share about this week?
I got to speak in a music class.
She did. Today, she was invited by one of our music teachers to speak. And she told me that it was so great for her students to be able to hear from someone.
Yeah.
Because when I dropped off the class for music, she told me about it. So tell them a little bit about it.
Okay. So the teacher asked me to be like a speaker for her class, a guest speaker, which this is my first time being a guest speaker in
To
a
middle
class.
schoolers.
To middle schoolers because she thought it would be good for them to see a young person playing the violin because she plays more the piano, and so she's like, it'd be good, nice to tell your story because I started playing the violin when I was in 3rd grade, probably like 9 years old, and then I lasted taking classes until 5th grade, and then everything else I just practiced by ear and through YouTube videos. And then I learned what the other people would do, and I tried to imitate them. But I told them that the most important thing is practicing.
So true.
Yeah, because the reason why I'm able to learn songs by ear is because I'm so used to the notes. And I guess my brain just takes my fingers with it, because I don't think about half of the things I'm doing when I'm playing. I just do it because it's just automatic. But the only way you do that is through practice. So I talked to them about that. I talked to them that they have to think of playing outside the classroom, because that's how I'm able to continue playing. Like, I didn't just think, oh, I only can play in the classroom.
That's a good tip.
So to get yourself an instrument if you can, and to appreciate music, because you can use it for so many things. Music is an emotion, and you can transmit emotion through it. I played in nursing homes during Christmas. I go and I play, and they start crying. Aww. Because it's I guess, I don't know really what's going through their mind, but there's so many things that you can do, and I guess it's just because maybe they're missing their families at that moment, or maybe the music is nice. Yeah, it's nice and it moves them. So there's a lot of things you can do.
That's just beautiful.
Yeah.
Even the quote about music and emotions and being a language.
Yeah.
That's deep. It is.
So I talked to them about that mostly. I told
and
them
then you played.
Yes, I played with an orchestra for the first time today since 5th grade.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
That's an awesome experience.
Yeah.
See? Another memory.
Yeah, I did, because I stopped playing with my orchestra in 5th grade, and then after that it was like me and YouTube. And then today she's like, oh, you want to play with them? And then she took out a chair. Before I could say yes, I was already sitting down, and she's like, start. And I was like, okay. So then we played together, and that was cool.
That sounds really cool.
That was cool.
I wish I would have been there to record, but I was with the kids.
It was really fast, though. Like, I just spoke, and then we, after that, I just played like a song or two with them, and then that's it. And then I went to go check up on the s'mores.
Yeah. She was my person in charge of the s'mores. She took them out so they could be under the light of the sun. She changed positions. She would check them. Unfortunately, because the weather was cold, I want to say it was in the 60s, even though the sun was shining, it doesn't matter where we put the s'mores, they did not fully melt. The chocolate melted, but the marshmallow did not melt. You think the kids minded? No. They got their faces covered in melted chocolate. They took bites out of their marshmallow, which was that jumbo big marshmallow. They dipped it in the melted chocolate and ate the graham cracker at the same time. It was delicious, they said. They really enjoyed it. So even though it didn't turn out the way we expected, because who would know that in the first week of when we have spring officially started 2 days ago, that in Florida, South Florida, will be in the 60s.
There's Florida for you.
It should be in the 80s. If it were in the 80s, those things would have melted. But it's okay. It's okay. This week has all been about, I'm thinking I'm going to do this, and then, no, you're not doing that. You're going to do this instead.
Yeah.
And we got a little taste of that last week with Pi Day. And the day after Pi Day and things like that. But you know what? It's okay. As long as the kids are still having fun, they're still learning, they'll appreciate it. It's still fine, even if it doesn't turn out the way you expected.
It's okay.
Be flexible. But yeah, now we have a nice full week of break, and I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
Catching up on a lot of sleep.
Yes.
A lot of sleep. Need to catch up on sleep.
I'm so tired right now.
I know, me too. I have another conference tomorrow. It's a self-care conference. So that's just a one-day conference. Starts at 8 o'clock in the morning till 4:30. So looking forward to that, because we all need to get some self-care. And then the rest of the time, I'm just going to enjoy my break. So things to look forward to. All right. That's it.
Yeah.
We're done.
We are.
We're done. We're done for today. We're taking a week break, but we will be back in 2 weeks for reflection time
with Miss Guzman.
Yeah. See you next time.
Bye.
All right, so right now I want to share with you one last time the ingredients that I use for the s'mores. And I also want to share with you the packet of finger lights that I got from Amazon last year, and I just checked them online. Now, mind you, Amazon prices do change, but this exact box that I got, I believe I saw it for like $13.99 for 100 finger lights that come in 4 different colors. So let me show you that now. These are the finger lights that I got, and they come in 4 different colors: green, red, blue, and white. And basically, this is how they work. They have this little rubber band here that you can just put on your finger and you can light up. And that's what the students were using for writing in the dark today. Now, because I had enough of them, I got to have them take one and keep it. That was their little treat for today, along with the s'mores. And now I'm going to go ahead and order another one for next year. The cool thing is that I bought this last year and I had 2 classes. I had enough for all those students to get one and take it home. And then I had enough for my class for this year. So if you buy a packet of these hundreds, it can definitely last you for about 3 years, depending on how many students you have. The only thing is I did not use the red light because the red light in the dark was kind of hard to look and read the writing and write on underneath the red light. So I only gave out the green, the blue, and the white light. A lot of kids like the white light. And on Amazon, there's also some of the finger lights that only come in white. So there's a lot of varieties you can choose from. I did see the pack of white lights for 50 pieces for, I want to say maybe $10 or something like that. So that's not that bad. So that's what we used today for writing camp. Now, if I had black lights, I know it would have been a lot more fun, but this is what I had. We turned off the lights, the kids had fun, and that's all that matters. Now, for the s'mores, we had these family-size honey-made graham crackers, these jumbo marshmallows, and the Hershey's milk chocolate bars. I want to let you know, for my class of about 20 students, I needed 2 of these packs for sure. I have some extras that I'm taking home with me. 1 pack of the jumbo marshmallows for sure, and only 1 of these. I ended up buying 2 of these family-size ones because I didn't know how many crackers came in the box. I mean, the box didn't tell me either, and it was kind of hard to figure it out. So I did buy 2 boxes, but if you're just doing it for your class, 1 family-size box, or even like 1 regular box, depending, will be enough for your students. And of course, the jumbo marshmallows, you don't really need the jumbo. I just thought that it will be fun. The kids see this jumbo thing. You could get the regular marshmallows as well, but these are a must. So that's what we used today for our s'mores and for our writing in the dark. I also used the Reynolds aluminum foil that was non-stick, and that's the one that we used to wrap up the s'mores. And that was my last little tip that I wanted to tell you before I sign off for today. And now I have all these extra ingredients from all the trail mixes that we did this week, but it's all good because they ended up being really, really yummy. And I hope I remembered to show you what we used yesterday. I think I did for the s'mores trail mix. But all in all, it was a good week. The students had fun. When we come back that Monday and Tuesday, I'm going to try to have some fun, engaging, like moving around kind of activities to help us review writing. So I'm going to start to think about that during spring break and see what I come up with. So that's something to look forward to as well. So now I'm going to wrap it up here and end the vlog, 2-day vlog, Thursday, Friday. I hope you enjoyed coming along with us on part 2 of writing camp. And it's still to be continued. So it's almost like if there's going to be a part 3, I want to say, when we come back from spring break. So stay tuned. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought or any questions you may have. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing and hitting the bell for notifications so you don't miss any future videos. I hope you have a beautiful, magical day. And don't forget to smile.
Hello dreamers, wishers, and magical thinkers. Thank you so much for making it to the very end of this video and for showing your support. If you'd like to subscribe, you can do so by clicking on my picture down here. You can also check out my latest videos here and here. Don't forget to believe in the magic that's inside you because you are capable of great things. See you next time.